There was a time when I felt like I was disappearing. The world around me kept moving, but I felt frozen in place, watching from the outside. Each day was just another step into the shadows, another moment of pulling away from everyone and everything that once brought me joy. I stopped reaching out, stopped caring, and the silence became overwhelming. I wasn't sure how I got here, how I became so lost in my own darkness. The weight of it all pressed down on me, but I didn't know how to break free. Life felt like it was slipping through my fingers, and all I could do was to stand still, sinking deeper into the isolation. One day, without any grand plan, I decided to start again. It wasn't a big moment, just a quiet decision to begin with something small. I started by paying attention to what I was feeding my body, choosing meals that nourished me instead of numbing me. It wasn't about perfection, it was about showing myself a little kindness. That one small change became a spark. It reminded me that I still had control, that I could make choices for myself. Little by little, I began to feel like I had the power to change things, even if it was just in small ways. And that small step was enough to give me a glimmer of hope. I didn't push myself to do anything extreme. I just started moving again, 10 minutes at a time, whether it was a walk or a run. It wasn't about burning calories or achieving some fitness goal. It was just about feeling my body come alive, feeling my heart beat stronger with each step. And in those quiet moments of movement, I found a sense of stillness inside me, the rhythm of my footsteps, the sound of my breath. It reminded me that I was still here, still capable of moving forward. It wasn't about how fast I could run or how far I could go. It was just simply about taking one step after another, finding peace in the act of moving, of being present in my own body. For a long time, I kept everyone at a distance, too afraid to let them see how lost I had become. But as I began to heal, I realized I didn't have to go through it alone. I reached out, slowly reconnecting with the people I had pushed away. It wasn't easy at first, but with each meal shared, each conversation, I felt something inside me start to open up again. Letting people back into my life was like learning to trust myself again. I wasn't perfect, and neither were my relationships, but that wasn't the point. It was about being present, about showing up for the people I loved and letting them show up for me. With each connection, I found my heart softening and I began to feel less alone. I was running on empty for so long, trapped in a cycle of burnout. My job had consumed me, drained me of every bit of energy I had left. I tried to keep going, to push through the exhaustion, but it became too much. I felt like I was living a life that wasn't mine, stuck in a role that suffocated me. It wasn't an easy decision, but eventually I had to let go. I resigned from the job that was taking everything from me. Walking away felt like both a loss and a relief. It wasn't just about leaving a paycheck behind, it was about reclaiming my life, even if it meant stepping into the unknown. I realized that healing wasn't just about moving forward, it was about learning to be still. I found peace in the quiet moments, in the simple act of nourishing my mind and body. I began journaling, not to fix everything, to understand myself better. In those moments of reflection, I started to see myself clearly again, beyond the pain and confusion. I learned to savor the little things, the feel of a good book in my hands, the warmth of sunlight on my face, the quietness of my own company. It wasn't about doing more or being more. It was about finding contentment in being here, in being enough just as I was. For so long, I neglected the small things, the things that seemed insignificant, like going to the dentist or taking care of my body. But I began to understand that healing isn't just about the mind, it's about honoring every part of myself. Showing up for those small things was my way of saying, I'm worth this. I deserve to be cared for. It wasn't easy at first. I had ignored my needs for so long that it felt strange to start prioritizing them again. But with every appointment, every act of self care, I began to feel a little lighter, a little more whole. It was in those small moments that I realized I was healing. Through everything, my dogs remind me a constant source of joy and love. They didn't need me to be anything other than who I was. They didn't care about my bad days or my struggles. They just loved me unconditionally. In their playful eyes and wagging tails, I found a comfort I couldn't find anywhere else. Healing is a long road, and it's not about perfection or achieving some ideal version of myself. It's about showing up every day, even when it's hard. I've learned that self love isn't about being indulgent or selfish. It's about doing what's right for me. It's about choosing the things that nourish my soul and protect my peace, even if it means making tough decisions. I used to think happiness was something I had to chase, but now I know it's something I can create in the smallest moments with the choices I make every day. I'm not done healing, but I'm no longer lost. I'm learning to love myself bit by bit, step by step, and for the first time, I'm okay with that.